everybody, and a happy Wednesday afternoon. I guess I'll say afternoon. The first couple of videos I said morning, and now it's 11 o'clock, so I maybe can say mid-morning, late morning, mid-afternoon, early afternoon, whatever it is, whatever your fancy is, and I guess whatever time zone you're listening to this to, it could change. But this is Rouslin's 3-Ball. This is the video where I'm going to try and make you some money right away. Because listen, golf bets are just the best to sweat, so why not start the fun right away? So in this 3-Ball video, if you haven't seen one yet, what I do is I give you some bets for round one. I give you some round one showdown plays, as well as a couple of week-long bets in there as well. So let's go ahead and jump right in. It is the Bermuda Championship this week. Of course, you can find more detailed information in our free article called The First Cut at awesemo.com/PGA. Plenty of other free articles there as well. And the tourney and DFS preview this week. We're playing Port Royal Golf Club, a par 71, 6,900 yards. None of the world's best are here to compete, literally. Nobody ranked inside the top 40. DraftKings, top prize, $100K to first. FanDuel, $20K to first. Of course, if you're not an Awesemo Plus member and you'd like to find out all of my plays for the slate and so much more, great time to do so. We've got a promo code going on called the Pumpkin promo code. So use a promo code Pumpkin to get access to Awesemo Plus Platinum Weekly Pass for just $10.31. I wonder where they got that from. Happy Halloween to everybody. And of course, if you're a parent and taking your little children around for trick-or-treating, be safe and have fun doing it. Not something that is fun to miss, I'm sure. And my child, 2.5 years old, he's just starting to get into the Halloween spirit. In fact, maybe sadly or tough for me, he's starting to get scared of monsters and of the dark and tough sleeping. So maybe Halloween isn't the best week for me right now or the best timing, but it is the best timing for our promo code. So again, use promo code Pumpkin at checkout and you're going to get an Awesemo Plus Weekly Platinum Pass for just $10.31. Okay, talk about the withdrawals and COVID-19. No COVID-19 positives to talk about, but a couple of withdrawals. Zach Blair is out, Rob Garrigus is in, Sebastian Kaplan is out, and Arjan Atwal is in. Okay, let's go into our player comparison, a week-long bet here. My yearly record, 12-10-1, so I'm probably just pulling a positive there because I do normally bet the plus 100 side or even more if it is offered. So still making money on it for sure. Last week, though, Kevin Streelman lost to Lanto Griffin. Lanto Griffin continued his hot form in Kevin Streelman's final round of 8 under or whatever. Did not do enough to catch him. So that gave me the loss for the week. This week, though, I'm going to Wyndham Clark. You're going to hear his name a couple of times here in the next slide or two. Clark coming in at 7,492 on FanDuel, 79 on DraftKings, and 95 on FanDuel for Pat Rogers. Recent form, though, 13th and 66 for Clark, going the right way. Patrick Rogers going the wrong way. Back-to-back missed cuts after a good stretch. The model has them ranked 35th for Rogers and 12th for Clark. So not only is recent form pointing the way of Clark, my model is pointing the way of Clark, and he's the favorite. So definitely like Wyndham Clark plus 100 here this week. Now, when we go to our week-long bets, last week we got Ryan Palmer, top 5. Nice 14-1 payout, 7-1 for the top 10, and a 350-1 for the top 20, so a pretty good one there. My season total plays, I believe I have 30 now. I'm sorry, I forgot to update the 27 there. I apologize. The top 20 is right. I have 8. Top 10, I have 4. And top 5, I also have 4. So 4 of 27, 25%. That's not bad, especially given the fact that most of the odds are probably longer than 10-1 at the very minimum. I also have 1 win. Why did I put that? I had Colin Morikawa at the PGA Championship. How could I forget that? But in any case, this week I'm going to Wyndham Clark as my mid-tier guy. I put Camilo Villegas as the low-end guy and Varner as my top-end guy. But let's talk about Clark for a second. 80-1 to win, 14-1 for a top 5, 7-1 for a top 10, and 3.5-1 for a top 20 there this week. Camilo, he's coming in at 175-1 to win. Now, I don't expect him to win, but the tee to green game has looked like it's in form. So, top 5, top 10, certainly in play. 40-1 on the top 5, 16-1 on the top 10, 8-1 on the top 20 there, which I think is definitely in play if he makes the weekend. And lastly, my top-end guy this week, I'm going to go with Harold Varner. At 20-1, I believe he is just as likely to win this golf tournament as Will Zalatoris is. Now, I think Will Zalatoris maybe long-term has some more upside than Harold Varner. But I don't know that I'll, at this point, I'm willing to pay 11-1 for Zalatoris, excuse me, when I have Harold Varner there at 20-1, and I think he's pretty darn close to a win. 4.5 top 5 and 2-1 for a top 10, and plus 100 for a top 20. Now, the only thing I'll say against Varner is that his putter is very hot and cold. So if he has a cold putting week, there's probably no chance that he's going to make enough birdies to win the golf tournament. That's my only concern. He does perform better at kind of older tracks, however. The things that come to mind are the 2 starts out in New York, New Jersey area, the Bethpage Black and the Major, where he was in the final group there on Sunday, and also the Northern Trust when it was in New Jersey at Trump's course a couple of years ago. He had a great start there. So kind of feels like an older track guy and maybe more of a grinded out event. But if his putter gets hot, he's definitely one of the better players in this field. So at those odds, taking Harold Varner this week over Will Zalatoris for the outright odds. I think that's important to know because I'm not taking him in matchup bet. But in matchup bet, before we get into those, of course, I've made you a little bit of money on these first round bets coming up. I have a really good record. So for that, or for this video, or for whatever other reason, smash that like button for us there on your way out of watching this video. All right, let's go into the round 1 bets and showdown focus because, listen, here's my tagline for this. Golf sweats are just the best, so why not start the fun right away? And this is the slide to do it. Justin Sue versus Tyler McCumber. So I'm taking my approach. If you remember from last week, I had Jason Kokrak. I took Sungjae Im over Kokrak on a plus 105 because I thought that the run of form for Jason Kokrak was maybe just a little bit too hot and maybe a little bit of a loss of adrenaline there in the first round. Well, it ended up paying out. Sungjae Im did beat him. However, Jason Kokrak ended up beating him for the week, but that's why we only do round 1 here for this specific bet. So I'm taking that same form. Tyler McCumber has been playing out of his mind, 2 top 5s here early on in the season, but had a missed cut last time out. Justin Sue is playing superbly and has certainly much more to play for than McCumber. So I've got Sue minus 125 versus him in round 1. The second one is Wes Bryant plus 100 versus Tom Lewis. This is strictly a value bet here. I do, in fact, like Tom Lewis a little bit here this week, but a value bet because if we look at all of the pricings, even if we bring into round 1 showdown focus, we can even bring that price into effect. Wes Bryant's like 8,300 versus Tom Lewis, who's 7,600. Wes Bryant's more expensive than him on DraftKings. In the week long, 7,800 for 7,600. And Wes Bryant is shorter odds to win the golf tournament than Tom Lewis, 50 to 1 versus 66 to 1. So when I see plus 100 value there in round 1, I take it and hope that variance doesn't beat us, but it's got a good chance to. Don't get me wrong. Weekly record last week, I had Sungjae Im, like I said, beating Kokrak. However, I had Corey Connors tying Tony Finau late in their match, so 1-0-1. Bring my yearly record, though, to 23-13-3 with 6 weeks in which I have get both of these correct for 6 parlays. So definitely a very profitable endeavor there. Okay, last one that I'm going to talk about is my round 1 showdown focus. And I've got Harold Varner. $10,000. Yeah, he's pretty expensive. Normally I don't put expensive guys on here, but there's no doubt that his first round scoring has certainly been better than the other 3 rounds. So I like Harold Varner here in round 1. And Will Gordon, 7,300, much more expensive than his week-long price, but all he does is score. He hasn't, I should say, recently finished well in terms of finishing position, but his scoring has been pretty much on point. So I like to try and take advantage of that by playing him in round 1 showdown, and I'll pair him up with Harold Varner. All right, that's going to do it for my 3-ball video. Of course, on your way out, make sure you like and subscribe for more videos. Of course, follow us on social at Awesemo_com on Twitter, at Awesemo.com on Facebook, and at Awesemo_com on Instagram. We give plenty of free content away on these sites, plenty of free giveaways, of course, on the Twitter machine, Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, first round leader for golf. We gave plenty of those away, so be sure to follow us on social if you aren't already. And of course, until next time, everybody, thank you for coming by one of my 3-ball videos. I enjoy these ones. These are fun. I get to talk about some specific bets and round 1 plays. So hopefully you enjoy it as well. And of course, if you want to see anything else, any other type of bets, any fun bets that they have each week that maybe I'm missing, hit me up on Twitter at DFS Golfer 23. And of course, if you're not already an Awesemo Plus member, use promo code PUMPKIN at checkout, $10.31. You'll get Awesemo Platinum Plus Pass. That's a good one for the week. And with that, you're going to get access to our Slack chat, which you'll be able to also message me if you don't have Twitter or don't like going on Twitter, or simply just care to avoid it, which certainly we all can at certain times. So Until next time, everybody, come check out the 8:30 show live before lock with Ben, Raz, and I for the Bermuda Championship. And until then, good luck this week, and we will see you on the other side, everybody. Cheers.